Greetings, people. Ademez and Sheeraz. Now, this was a good fight. All of them was, really. But as Ademez said, it was too soon for Hamza. Sheeraz utilised his height and reach very well. But as Ademez warmed into it, it was apparent that Ademez was just that bit of a cut above Sheeraz. More crafty and experienced and dogged. I think Sheeraz was surprised how much Ademez was able to make him miss and poke him to the body with straight shots. By the third round, Ademez started to assert himself and counter Sheeraz. Hamza Sheeraz put up a brave fight, but that was a loss for Hamza, not a draw. I think his team got it wrong for Sheeraz. It was a little too soon. Sheeraz is a talented fighter, but most of that comes from his good use of his natural physical dimensions. But in boxing, as you move up in class, there will be fighters who can circumvent those advantages. Ademez had the chin, defense, skill and will to take the fight to Hamza, and Hamza was just that bit out of his depth. I wouldn't call it clever matchmaking gone wrong. Hamza Sheeraz was in the fight, and he looked good and dangerous at times. I think Sheeraz probably needs to move up a weight, as he won't get away with weight bullying more experienced and adept pugilists. He's tight at the weight anyway. He should be fighting at 175, but he can campaign at 168, where he'll still retain some of his advantages and have more strength. It was a bad decision all the same. There was no shame in a loss to Ademez, but now his ego is being stroked with the bunkum that Hamza had a broken hand. Really? He was throwing his right hand right up until the last round. I didn't see him wince. I didn't hear him say anything to the corner. In an interview after the fight, Hamza stroked his beard with the supposedly broken hand. No sign of discomfort, no bruising, no stiffness, or anything associated with a fracture. If you have a broken hand, you can't manipulate your fingers to stroke your beard without major discomfort, if at all. The excuses must stop. It's not needed. He's good and he can be a champion, but he still has a lot to learn.
I've got to ask you about Hamza, who we all love, but he looked to me in a very difficult fight tonight.
He broke his hand. I mean,
do you know what round he broke his hand in?
Very early in the fight. 3 or 4, but he busted. I mean, you can see it. He took his glove off. He's busted his hand, and I could see during the fight. Normally, he's very sharp with his right hand. You know? One of the judges scoring. It's like a broken record now these days. I mean, was he give it?
8 at 118, 110 to Ademez. We had it for Ademez over on our side of the ring.
How many?
By about 6.
There's a lot of hype around Hamza, and he's an amiable and marketable person. Hopefully, this will allow him to reflect and develop in the right direction. Let's not get into manufacturing a champion. Let him work for it diligently. I don't think it was even him who mentioned his hand. No need. He's good enough, and he just had a slip. A good learning curve. Anyway, that's my take. Wrong decision. Hamza didn't win that fight. Ademez was the deserved winner, but a draw means he keeps his belt. It will be interesting to see what they do with Hamza Sheeraz and what will his next move be. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please subscribe and remember, choose life. Thank you.